Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our beautiful advanced trainings on Thursday with me. I am Petra. If you have this is your first time here, welcome. We have been doing this for, well, a year and a half almost. I can't believe it's been a year and a half almost. Time flies. It's been an honor for me to actually do this for you literally every Thursday. And tonight we are diving deep into a topic that a lot of people have been asking me, what is this? How do I use this? And it's not available on other Healys. It's only available in Healy Obsidian. And if you have a Healy Obsidian and you have been using these programs, they're called energy cycle programs. We're going to dive deeper tonight to look at, how you can use them, why you want to use them, why are they so different. And I'm going to give you some, of course, as always, a bit of recommendations, support of how you can combine the programs in Healy Energy Cycle with your Healy programs that you already have to create some synergies in your life to actually boost and help your body on all levels. So I'm just going to start sharing so we can have, I like Pooh Bear celebrates on birthday, so you get 300. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's how I'm doing it as well. Every day. So like that, exactly like that. I love Pooh Bear as well. Yes, he's cute. Just like me. I'm cute too. So, we go together. We're friends. Yeah. We do this every day. Let me just share. So, Jeffrey, you're distracting me. Like, seriously. Okay, let me share my screen so we can actually do some work tonight. Fun work, but work. Okay, let me just get my things in order so I can see everything. It's been more than a week and I'm like, what am I doing on my computer? Okay, so energy cycles with Healy. First of all, as of course, every week we know that we need to take personal responsibility for our health, wealth, well-being, and anything that is in our beautiful home that we call our human body vessel. So, as always, Healy devices, be it Healy, Meg Healy, they are not intended, not intended at all to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, prevent any disease or medical conditions. So as always, you also know regarding the questions that you have at the end, I am not a doctor, I am not a medical practitioner, so I can't answer any medical questions for you. Make sure you have a good healthcare provider and practitioner for you that can actually support you. And please, at the end, if you have questions, raise your hand in your Zoom. And also, please, 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 let's keep the questions to the topic so we don't get stretched too much, because I know it's harder to watch so long videos afterwards as a replay. Okay, so my question to you tonight is, do you know how to manage your energy health? Put a 1 in a comment if you actually know how to manage your energy health and if you're actually doing it daily. Priyanka, of course. Definitely. Perfect. No. Okay. Yes. Amazing. Yes. Perfect. 1. Yes. No. Okay, cool. And we're going to look at what energy health is for those of you who don't know, how to manage it. Okay, perfect. So some of you, yes, some of you know. And I get it. Yeah. Especially when we enter the energy world, um, I had a friend once, that's about a while ago, and she said to me, energy is so easy. And I'm like, excuse me? And she was like, energy is so easy. I was like, okay, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just energy. There's no layers to it. There's nothing. It's just energy. It's just light. And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting perception. So this is coming from someone, right, I lived in energy world since I was 7 years old. And trust me, there is multiple levels and there's multiple textures and there's multiple options and a vast space to navigate. And we need to understand that because we never learned about it, we don't actually know how to approach it. And it's really interesting to me to observe partially. Okay, good. Honesty is always good. Yeah. So if we know some things, it's always good to learn something else, because if we are open in learning, we can always find new ways and new solutions in order to actually help ourselves. So I had a beautiful conversation. I have to thank Kathida. She's one of beautiful Healy leaders, and she came to Australia yesterday, and we caught up in Brisbane. And it was such a pleasure to talk to her. And I love meeting all of you that come to Australia to meet me. And it was beautiful to talk energy as well. And it's something that I'm passionate about, you know that. And I teach this in my retreats as well. And we had this conversation because what I teach in my retreats is values and boundaries, but through somatics, so through the body and through energy. So I want to share this with you so you understand the energetic space, because we are diving into that today. And this is something that you're actually faced with on a literally daily basis. And majority of you actually don't realize that you have energetic boundaries or lack of them. Yeah. So we tend to look at boundaries as either a line in the sand, a wall, a brick wall, a fortress, with 10,000 different soldiers at the back to protect ourselves, right? But when we look at boundaries from an energetic space, majority of people don't understand that when your boundaries are being crossed, somebody already entered your energetic space. And Katita and I actually have had this conversation yesterday, because it was really interesting to watch in my retreats, because we do physical exercises on somatics. And one of the exercises was to actually establish your energetic space, your energetic boundary. And it's a really simple exercise. One person is standing on one side of the room and the other one is standing on the other. And you can actually practice this at home if you want to. So person A, for example, is standing still, and person B is actually moving towards the person A. And person A has their eyes closed, and the person B is moving towards the person having their eyes closed. And that person needs to actually say stop when they feel that person B is too close to their bubble. Yeah, because we feel that. And if you actually close your eyes, you will understand what I'm saying. And if you actually practice this, you will understand. But what I wanted to give you as an example today, when we are diving into this energetic space, is because this space is influenced by so many things, by you, by outside environment, every single day. And it was really interesting to observe, because our energetic space moves. It moves based on our trauma stored in the body. It moves based on our perceptions. It moves based on our energy stored in the body, and how much life energy we have in the body to actually hold the space around us. So it was really interesting to observe one side of the room and the other. Why I'm saying this? Because one side of the room, there was a lady that actually said stop before the person B actually moved her foot. Yeah. And on the other side of the room, there was this beautiful lady that actually had the person B almost come to her face, and she didn't feel her. So we need to understand that one had such a huge energetic space because of the trauma. Yeah, because she needed the space to feel safe. And the other one lost herself completely through trauma and had no energetic space. So both of them were feeling influences from the environment, and both of them were actually reading the environment, but the expression of it was completely different. So why am I saying this? Because everything in life comes through energy, and everything in life comes through energy cycles. And energy cycles are, we looked at that with our natural cycle programs, right? We look at the cycles. We all live in cyclical spaces, yeah? We are influenced by the earth, by the moon, by the sun, by the magnetic fields of the planets. We're influenced by other people's magnetic fields. We're influenced by our own magnetic fields within the body, our cells, everything that's happening through the body. So everything happens through energy and vibration. And if we are not aware of that space, we are actually going to feel the consequences, not only on emotional level, because when we look at the boundaries, first boundary is energetic, second boundary is the emotional, and the third boundary is the physical. So if somebody is already in your energetic space, you're going to be emotionally triggered. And as soon as you're emotionally triggered, you're going to feel it on the physical body. So if that's happening constantly, that actually causes stress to your physical body. So we need to understand how cycles move. So we also have cycles within the body. We also have cycles within Earth and, natural environment and universe and all of that. And how are those cycles and the cycles of other beings, how is that influencing our energetic space? Because if we don't have clear perception and understanding of our energetic space, we are being bombarded with so many different frequencies, especially in today's world, where there's so many man-made frequencies, which are what we call negative, yeah, which have like a zigzag structure, which is quite agitating to the body, and it's not harmonic to the body. We are being bombarded every single day. That means that your cells, your brain, your heart, your organs, your emotions, your cycles in the body are all influenced by those things around you. And also suppressed emotions. Those have their own frequency as well, and they have their own cycles. So they actually, again, influence you and your energetic space. So let's look at what energy cycles are. We know that we looked at the influences of the earth, and we have water cycles, and um, we have all the cyclical patterns in our life. Yeah. We also have the planets. Plants and humans also have those cycles. Yeah, and our cells have cycles. And we are going through changes. Change is something that's a constant. There's always things changing. You become a completely different person, a physical body in 7 years. Your body regenerates every 7 years. So you are not the same person. So make sure that during those 7 years, you're taking care of yourself, because in those 7 years, your new cells are being built. So in 7 years, think of who you are going to become, how healthy on emotional, physical, mental level you will be. Because the more you take care of yourself, and it starts in energy, yeah, and then literally tinkles down into the physical. So why are these cycles important? So we're looking at a physical, we're looking at a energetic. Because again, everything is a mirror. So everything that actually comes out of energy moves into the physical form itself. So first of all, sleep quality and duration of sleep is literally influenced by the sun, the moon, the earth's magnetic field, the disturbances of the sun's flares, all of those magnetic fields are influencing our circadian rhythms, and regulation of sleep and hormone influences. So all of that comes into the sleep quality. So we need to understand that circadian rhythm is one of the most important things that is influencing your energy level in the body. Not only the energy of your bubble, but we need to understand that it's also the chemical energy within the cells, and everything is intertwined. Also, when you don't have enough sleep, your hormones are out of whack. So if your hormones are out of whack, then your diet choices will be different. Then your moods will be different. And also, if you don't have enough light exposure, then you will feel it on the physical body. And then long term, that actually creates inflammation in the body. So we need to understand that we need to honor our body cycle. So if you don't know the body cycle, go to natural cycle training. We've looked at the organ clocks and everything in there. Our mood regulation. So we know circadian rhythm physically is really important, but it also influences our emotional stability and our nervous system. So nervous system is what charges our bioenergetic field. And bioenergetic field, or the auric field, is our energetic boundary. So if we are not actually taking care of our nervous system, our moods will be out, our diet choices will be out, our sleep will be out, and our energetic bubble, which is the bioenergetic field, will be out, meaning that it's not going to be strong enough. That means that you're going to be bombarded with things out from the outside environment, and you're going to be more influenced by them. Again, for women, menstrual cycles are also rhythms, and they are influenced not only by the moon, they're influenced by magnetic fields, they're influenced by the sun's, bursts of magnetic fields coming to the earth. So women are quite sensitive to that, and our hormones are actually regulated based on those cycles. So it's really important to observe yourselves, to actually nurture yourselves, especially when we have high exposures of magnetic rays from the sun, when we have shifts in the earth, when we have planets moving around. Everything, planets don't do anything to you, but the influences of the energies moving through your body are changing and shifting things within your body. So it's really important to nurture your body. And then we have gravitational effects. So we live on a planet, yeah, which is in a 3D form. And we do have magnetic fields that create gravitational effects. And we know that gravitation, literally, it's moving fluids, yeah? We need to understand that magnetic fields are literally stretching and moving our fluids throughout the body. Women are more, sensitive to fluid retention or fluid movement through the body, more than men. But still, that means that it's affecting our health. Yeah. And we need to understand that some research actually indicates that variations in cardiovascular health metrics during different lunar phases are actually influenced by gravity. So we need to understand that our body is influenced by the magnetic pressures in the fields around us, and they actually work on our cardiovascular health, so our heart. Yeah, and we know that the heart is literally run by the blood, and the blood is what feels the changes, because there's cells and DNAs in there, and there's also water, and water is what is moved, yeah, with gravity. And then, of course, we also have what we call negative energy effects, which are your EMFs, which are electromagnetic frequencies and magnetic fields. We also have 5G. We also have other influences, man-made influences, with all the technology that has been built by humans that is influencing our physical body and health. And those are researchers that actually show that. And it influences your cells, regeneration, your sleep, even your emotions. So we need to understand how to discharge those energies out of the body in order to bring that body back to balance. So let's look at how we have the interdependence of the energy world with ourselves. So when we look at an energy world, we exist in energy first before we come into the physical form. But we have energy within our body systems. We have Earth magnetic field that is influencing our body systems. We have our circadian rhythms that are influencing our energies as well as our body systems. We also have our nutrient metabolism and energy cycles that are within the body are producing energy or taking energy. So we are needing to understand that no matter that we are energy and exist as energy, well, we still are living in a physical body in physical form. So we need to balance both sides and look at and understand how our body works. So then we can actually look at the energetic space and how to intertwine it and combine it and support it in order to actually bring things into coherence. And of course, we also have personal energy cycles. So we tend to look at things in the world, especially now that everything's a go, go, go. And, females, we have multiple cycles within a month. And we have peak energy cycles, we have low energy cycles. We need to kind of start understanding our body, how our energy works, instead of just pushing things through. So let's look at some things. I'm just going to go quickly through it. So when we look at the physical body, we have certain systems that are providing and generating energy, for example, like ATP in the cell. And those is like for prolonged activities, for exercises, so your cells will actually generate things. So they're little factories. And oxygen is a huge part when we need bursts of energy, when we actually need sustainable energy. And then also the systems in the body that provide immediate energy, and they're based on phosphates. So those are just basically what happens within the body, so we can utilize the energy within the cells. And that creates energy within the body, right? We are electrical beings. And if you look at our hands and our body under this special camera, I don't know if you know, but if you look at your palm of your hand under this special thermal electrical camera, I don't know even how to say it, I forgot the name. So you will see the light emanating from your hand. And the largest amount of light comes through your fingernail. Yeah, so if you have toxic nail polish, ladies, yeah, you're actually closing up that energy and light that's coming out of your hands. So make sure that you are not using toxins on your body, yeah, because otherwise your body is literally suffocating. So the energies can't move and expand. And also that influences the structure and the production of energy within the body. We live on Earth. So Earth's magnetic field and our magnetic fields are completely related. Yeah. And of course, we're influenced by the planets around us. So there's few things that you can notice within the body that's influenced by Earth's magnetic field or the planets around. Magnetic field is not just your energetic space. It's not just how you communicate with others. It's not just how planets communicate with each other, yeah, because it's an exchange of information. But magnetic field can also be a cue for your body. So it's similar to light and temperature within the body. So magnetic fields can act like cues in regulating your circadian rhythms. So what happens is variations in the magnetic field of the Earth, this is what was measured, can actually influence the expression of the circadian genes and hormones like cortisol. So for example, if there's a shift, we know Earth's frequency is called Schumann resonance. So if there's a shift, like for example, Sun's magnetic field influences the Earth's magnetic field, and the Schumann resonance, which is the Earth's magnetic field, is shifting and it's rising. Yeah, so it has spikes. So those spikes can actually activate certain hormones within the body, and our body can actually be stressed. And our cells can be stressed. You might not even feel it. You don't even know. You might just have bursts of change of mood, or you can be really anxious and stressed and you don't even know why, because those invisible to our current eye magnetic fields and the changes within the Earth's magnetic field are influencing our own informational field. There could also be health implications when there's changes in Earth's magnetic field. So if we have disruptions, especially in geomagnetic fields, such as, for example, like solar activity, when we have solar flares, yeah, because right now we are in a how do you call it, the height of the solar flare cycle, the sun cycle, and those solar activities lead to disturbances in circadian rhythm, and that potentially can increase inflammation and exaggerating literally chronic health conditions. So if you keep yourself in that state, because there's so much energy literally moving through your body, if you don't know how to discharge that energy, your body is under constant stress. So we need to understand that those influences, although we can't see them, they are still influencing our cells and our DNA and our actually health. There's also cellular mechanisms that are influenced by the Earth's magnetic fields. The magnetic fields itself, they can actually affect ion channels in cell membranes, impacting cellular communication and overall physiological functions. So what does that mean? The cellular communication is how cells communicate. And also when they divide, there could be the information that comes in through the magnetic fields, they can change how the cell behaves. So it's really important to understand the magnetic fields are huge. They're really powerful. And the frequency devices that you have are messengers to your body. You're shifting your information within the body in order to come back to balance. But we are also having influences from the outside. Again, circadian rhythms, of course, sleep-awake patterns, hormonal fluctuations. So sleep-awake patterns influence overall energy levels throughout the day. So if you, for example, don't have a really good night's sleep, you probably are tired. You don't have, stamina throughout the day to actually do a lot of work. And then, of course, you influence your hormones, which affect your metabolism. Again, energy balance within the body. Then again, nutrient metabolism and energy cycles within the body. There's a metabolic synchronization, which is, for example, if we are eating, there's eating patterns. Our body likes rhythms. Yeah, so it doesn't like to be disturbed every, once today I eat at 9 and tomorrow I'll eat at 12, and then I'll go to bed at midnight and tomorrow I'll go to bed at 6 p.m. So our bodies like rhythm and rituals. Yeah, and if we're eating, for example, if we have eating patterns that align with our natural light dark cycle, so we look at our organ clock and we look at our sunrise and sunset, so we are eating in the light spectrum of the day, yeah, instead of when the sun actually sets. We are actually enhancing metabolic efficiency in the body, meaning that the body will more likely utilize the energy brought into the body in order to actually not store it in fat cells, but utilize it to use it for the brain and for other organs throughout the day. And also, for example, dietary influence of circadian clocks. So we need to understand the nutrients that we eat. Yeah, when we eat late at night or we eat, early in the morning, the nutrients that we ingest is an investment to our body. It's also a messenger of our body. So when we send that food in, the nutrients act as time cues for circadian rhythms in your body. They, for example, help to maintain synchronicity between peripheral clocks in different tissues. What does that mean? So, for example, if your liver gets food, if you eat food too late at night, yeah, and then you go to sleep right away. So your body doesn't, the tissue in the body, the organs in the body don't have enough time to actually digest that food. So instead of utilizing it for energy, the body and the liver will actually store it into fat storage, because now the liver doesn't know what to do. So you needing eating at the right timing throughout the day and utilizing the cycles and the rhythm of energy within the body and how the energy actually is produced and used, it's really important in order to keep the health of your body, physical body, and energetic and emotional body. Because we need to understand that the nutrients that we put in can influence your mood. So processed foods have shown many times that are influencing the moods of the children, they're influencing the moods of the people. So make sure that what you're ingesting, it's an investment in your body. And then, of course, we need to also start looking at, this is something in today's world, we completely forgot that exists. Yeah, that we have our peak cycles and we have the rest cycles. So our personal energy cycles, every single body. Yeah, so I have, for example, probably you've noticed that people, some people are early risers and they have the most energy in the morning. Some people like to be active in the afternoon. So we have different rhythms, and really honoring those rhythms, not just doing like everybody else is doing, listening to our bodies and understanding where our peak performance times are. And when we have our physical and mental energy fluctuations, yeah, because women especially, we have hormones. For example, our organ during organ clock at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's kidney meridian. So kidneys are life energy. So if we are depleting our energy, we want to have a nap, we want to rest in between before we come to depletion. So listen to and learn how to recognize your personal energy peaks. Because that will actually help you be more productive and use the energy of the body, so the body will know how to utilize that energy for the best performance. And it will also help you lessen the burnout risk of the body and depleting the kidneys. And also, when you are fluctuating physically in energy and also mentally in energy, all these cycles, they actually not only help in managing workload effectively. So when you're working throughout the day, whatever you are working on, they also ensure that you rest and you have a daily routine. Because otherwise, if you don't rest, you're depleting your body and you're raising inflammation in the body. So make sure that you take care of those things. And when you raise inflammation, when you deplete your body, when you deplete your kidneys, what happens? All those things are influencing your energetic bubble, your bioenergetic field, which is your energetic boundary, but also the production of energy within the body. So this is the basics of the energy and the energetic space around us. We can go into details of, the textures of energy and all of that and how that influences, but just have in mind that we are influenced by things that are happening within us, and we are influenced by the things that are happening outside of us. So how do we support our energy health? So in order to look at what energy health is, we need to look at what is energy that's not healthy. So if you are in an environment, for example, so we have negative energy exposure. So there's different layers and levels of negative energy exposure. So this includes electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic smog, environmental influences such as air, water, soil pollution, as well as noise pollution. And, this is where, for example, safe space, how we feel in the body, how we feel in the environment, it comes in as well. Stress is a huge one that influences your energy. Negative emotions, interpersonal conflicts, they all create additional negative energy. So make sure that you look at every single level of your life. Yeah, meaning your perception of yourself. How do you see yourself? What do you believe in yourself, about yourself? What kind of relationship you have around you? Are they supporting you, or are they actually depleting energy? Are you setting boundaries? And of course, that includes work, yeah, all levels. And of course, what are you ingesting and investing in your body? Are you looking at, clean water, clean air? Where are you living? Do you have nature around you? And are you actually just sitting in a box of a house all day? Or are you actually discharging and going amongst the forests and the grass and the sand and the waters and all of that? So make sure that you create a space that you love living in. And I understand if currently that's not an option, strive to make changes in the future in order to actually create a life for yourself that your body can thrive on all levels. So how can we support ourselves? So when we don't have that and our energy levels are depleted and our boundaries are not strong, the things that we can do on our own before we go into any other support systems or devices, make sure that you meditate and you take the time for silence. Empty your brain, literally empty your brain. You need to actually empty your brain into a mental bin outside of your head daily. And also mindfulness throughout the day. Stop, take a breath, even if it's 10 times, 10 deep breaths 3 times a day. Make sure you come back to the breath. Make sure you come back to the body. So you can even touch your body to come back to the present moment, in this moment in the body. Breath work is amazing to actually get more oxygen into the body, which builds energy in the cell. Again, energy healing, clearing, those are all techniques. Reiki, Qigong, energy healing, whatever types. Yeah, whatever works. We are electrical beings. We can use our own energy within the body. And even if it's just a body scan throughout the day to see what's going on, where there's little shadows in the body, and just using the light to shower it through. That's simple techniques that you can start using, not just relying on outside sources. Take responsibility for yourself. Of course, acupuncture, meridian activation, all of that you can use to activate the meridians in the body, which they charge your energetic field. Movement. If you're not moving energy in the body. So your blood is not moving, your energy is not moving. So if your blood is stagnant, you are stagnant, your energy will be stagnant. You will feel that in the energetic field. If you're not sleeping properly, if you don't have a proper routine, if you don't sleep deeply, that is a huge, we underestimate sleep. We try to fix everything else, but normally everybody forgets about sleep. Sleep is crucial. Yeah, don't forget about it. Affirmations. So if you are thinking negative thoughts, you are going to influence your emotions. And if you're influencing your emotions in a negative way, meaning attracting things into your life that you don't want, yeah, then your energy around you will be vibrating that way. Then you're going to interact with those same particles around you in the environment. If you're not self-aware, then you don't even know that you're attracting those things with that frequency. Make sure that you work on yourself. We have a beautiful coaching module. We have a beautiful aura module. We have emotional frequencies that you can use. So many things. Positive environment. I can't emphasize this enough. So there's a saying, you are a sum of 5 people that you surround yourself with, or a sum of people you surround yourself with. Make sure that the people you surround yourself with, because environment is an influence. We become a part of that environment and we adapt to the frequency, or we break through and find another environment. Make sure that you surround yourself with people and perceptions and ways of being that actually is supporting you to become the best version of you. Because if it's not, then you're suppressing yourself, and again, you're depleting your energy within the body. So no matter what you're going to do on a health or an emotional, personal, mental situation, it's not going to help if you're not going to shift the reason that things are happening. Nature. If you're not in nature every day, you're not discharging. So no matter how many frequencies you run on Healy, you don't discharge things that are actually trying to shift. So make sure you go to nature. And again, frequency. We are made of frequencies. We are frequency in action. So if you have a frequency at home with a device, use it. Yeah, just don't overuse it and abuse it, because frequency overdoing it is not going to happen for you either. Yeah, so make sure it's balanced. Okay, so let's look at, when we look at energy cycles and we look at how to actually build our energy, how to take a look at our environment, how to support ourselves and protect ourselves and all of that to clean. Make sure that you do your energy hygiene. What is energy hygiene? First of all, energy hygiene is your mental balance. So your thoughts. Make sure that your thoughts are positive as much as you can, 90% of the day if possible. If not, work towards that. Because if you have positive thoughts, you're going to have positive emotions. Because positive emotions are expanding your body. So why I'm saying this, when we are cleaning our energy and we're working with our energy, we call it energy work. And energy work goes together with energy synergy. So when we work on an energetic body, we also need to bring in things that are creating a synergy, meaning two. So one plus one is 3, not 2 is 3, meaning that 2 things that are complementing each other are actually making it bigger and better, and they're influencing our body in much better ways. So what is energy work? Energy work is actually like a broad term that what we say is literally how we manipulate and harness the body's subtle energies, yeah, and how we are regenerating, how we're using our personal development, our mindset, and how we're spiritually growing, how we're expanding into our best versions of ourselves. So these can be on different levels. So energy through the body can be through chi, through prana, through our biofield, through chakras, through meridians, through aura. Those are all levels of the body energy work. And then we have the energy synergy, which is a holistic health connection. It's a harmonious interaction, combining various energy systems within the body to create holistic practices. So meaning we want to combine different elements in order to actually create an environment for our body that works the best for the body. So how do we do this? So now we understand our energetic space. We understand that we are influenced by things from the outside, but influenced by the things from the inside. But how do we balance all of that? We have programs called energy cycle programs. They're available in our Healy Obsidian edition. You're going to get the slides in the group, so don't stress. They're really cool programs. Why? Because they literally take care of your energy needs. This is not just the outside world protection of 5G, because when this came out, majority of people were like really, really happy because we have a 5G frequency program. Yes, it's amazing because harmonization of the 5G program is actually protecting the cells and the body from the influence of 5G. But what I love about these programs the most is the option of regeneration within the body. So for example, if you have energy deficiency, if you feel fatigued, tired, if there's a mental overload, emotional exhaustion, this program is amazing. Yeah, it's actually going to build up your energy. It's not like the energy in the gold cycle when you get all like Energizer Bunny. Yeah, at least I do. This is actually really, really like balanced, harmonized energy. Like I felt the difference in like 5 minutes in this program, which is amazing. Then if you are sensitive to, for example, Earth's magnetic field influencing your body, this program is amazing. Any Earth's radiation, the energy that's depleting your energetic field, if you're really sensitive, running this is really good. And I'm going to give you something else when we finish this because you're going to love this. These programs are actually made to be synchronizing with the rest of your Healy programs, which is amazing. Not only Healy, also Meg Healy. So Earth Ray, this is for any magnetic fields of the Earth. Energetic cleansing, this is literally like your energy clearing, like Reiki, like energy through the body's frequencies, moving any energy stagnant through the body. Defense negative energy. So for example, if you are feeling like you're weak or like when women are on their period, for example, they're menstruating, the energetic field is a bit sensitive. So I found this defense negative energy is actually really good because it boosts your energetic field. It literally strengthens it, which is amazing. Like I could feel the difference. Like the strength of the field was really, really different. Energy flow. So this is literally if you're feeling so energy overflow. So this is if you're feeling too stimulated. So if you are like overworking yourself mentally or like trying to push through the deadline or feel like you're kind of anxious of trying to finish things and you kind of are running out of time or things like that and you feel like a bit anxious and tension in the body, this program is really good. It actually balances the energies within the body because if you are, for example, also overeating and you have all this energy in the body and the body doesn't know what to do with it, this program will actually help the body utilize the energy differently within the systems. Then energy rebalancing, it's literally just a harmonic state. So if you feel like a bit off emotionally or mentally or just energetically, this program is just beautifully naturally like just calming. Energy regeneration. So this is really good like after exercises or emotional conflicts, mental overloads. It literally just regenerates the body, redistributes it through the body. Again, reception positive energy. If you feel like you can't, I like this program when you feel like, I love to meditate with this. So for me, this was a really good one to meditate. It feels like an expansion program. The frequency that I felt through is like opening up yourself to more possibilities, to things to come into your life, more positive energy, well-being. When you feel like you're stuck and the mindset is not changed yet, this program, I feel it creates a shift so you can actually start moving. Then, of course, spiritual energy. This one is good to meditate. For example, if you want to connect to your own essence, your spirit, God creator, whatever you want to. If you want some spiritual guidance, this actually opens up the channels to connect faster. Again, 5G, I've said before, cell phone and emergency balance. So if you have a business and you work on your phone all the time, and hopefully not, yeah, please don't have your phone next to your head. But if you are overloaded with all these EMFs, run this when you come home. You will feel instant relief. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I had a hot head when I was working like a few weeks ago. So I was working and I came home and I had a hot head with all the phones and everything. Like, it was just depleting. I ran that program and 10 minutes in, I felt like this, like washing off. Like, it was a shift in my body's energy. Then boost abundance. This is literally based on the attraction. So the law of attraction. So it's literally looking at the money, the physical material things as the frequency, and it's literally opening up the body's magnetic field into expansion, into holding the material abundance within the body. So this is not like prosperity program in Healy, where it actually creates the frequency around your space to actually you being a part of it. So it opens up like a pathway. This is actually influencing your bioenergetic field in order for you to become more open so you can hold this. So there's a difference, yeah? So just so you know. So these are the energy cycle programs. When you feel them, they're quite different than bioenergetic defense or anything else that we have. But these programs are different. Why? Because they're created specifically with frequencies that create synergy when you run them with other Healy or Healy programs. And I will give you the cues. So these are the Healy synergies that work really well with energy cycles. You have your bioenergetic defense, electrosensitivity, general protection, geopathy. So geopathy is literally influences of the earth, like underwater currents, or like if you have a house in a position like a feng shui situation, yeah. Planets and subtle. So, and then you have chakras, the power of 3, deep cycle energy work, and soul cycle. So those are all programs that work beautifully synergistically with the energy cycle programs. You also have Healy programs. Healy programs, we have the classical applications. So we have the earth, the energy circulation, the spheric. So these are all electromagnetic fields of the earth and the atmosphere. We have the atmospheric programs to actually create energetic space around us. We have the water application. If you're not using the water application on your body, you can. So this is actually a really good one, as well as on your water. And then, of course, the meridians. So you have the yin and yang meridians, which is the feminine and masculine energies within the body. And they work really beautifully together. So when you combine energy cycles with synergistic programs on Healy and Healy, there's this beautiful connection that happens that actually expands your whole body. It actually affects your body completely differently if you run just one program or you run them together. So I'll pop these into the group so you'll have access to them, so don't stress. If you are new today, I'm just going to stop sharing. I'm going to give you the link to our beautiful Facebook group. So you can actually go in and have all the recordings. I'm just going to pop this into a chat. Here you go. Just make sure you answer the questions when you come in. Okay, so now to the questions. If you have any questions, if you have Obsidian and you have the energy cycles, please let me know if you're using them. I would love to hear your experience. I'm really, really, really excited to have them, if I'm honest. And I've been using it for a while now. And I have to say that they are actually really powerful in my experience. But I would love to hear yours. Okay, any questions before we close this session tonight? If you have a question, just pop your hand up. I'll just cross through the chat if there's anything. Does it also depend on the quality of the person doing the walking? What do you mean by the quality of the person doing the walking? What was that? There are areas of the planet that have different levels. Yes, correct. I know. A friend of mine went to an island where there's a house where you can actually walk on ceilings, where the gravity is different. And we also have ley lines, for example. Ley lines have a different magnetic fields, stronger magnetic fields, and our bodies are also feeling it in that space. The energy cycle programs literally take care of our energy needs with harmonious energy. Yes, correct. I would love to hear if somebody has them. Is it possible to buy energy cycle program if I don't have Obsidian? No. So energy cycle programs are exclusively, literally just with the Obsidian edition, because the Obsidian edition also comes with the Diamond Club. And the energy cycle programs are separately just a part of that edition. Unfortunately, not that I know of that we could actually buy them separately. Going into a raised energy state, making a bit more difficult to be detected. Yes, definitely. I do this with scanners, even on airports. Don't mind me. I just like to test things with energy. I just break things. Like when we flew to Europe in 2019, just a funny story. They already implemented the facial recognition in Australia airport. And I was like, I don't want to do a facial recognition. So everybody went through, and you need to kind of scan your passport, and the next gate is literally facial recognition, and then you move through. And I was like, I don't want to do facial recognition. So I literally set the intention and focus the energy. And my partner goes through first, and it scans the passport, but the second gate, when it was a facial recognition, it stopped working. So we tested and tested and tested, didn't work. So my partner goes through, and I tried, and then again didn't work. So the police officer takes us to the manual thing, and the lady behind me, the machine started working again. So then the police officer said, are you doing something to the machine? I was like, no, not doing anything. But just letting you know, right? Machines are all electrical. So you have your electrical being. So if I killed 3 computers and 5 phones, don't go by me, please. And I can influence the machine, so can you. Just letting you know that you're more powerful than you think you are, just so you know. Okay. Oh, there's a question. Is this energy cycle in Obsidian? Yes, there's only in Obsidian. So Obsidian edition is the black edition. That's the highest edition currently that comes with the Diamond Club. That's about it, literally. That's the extra program on there. Okay. Oh, okay. Dr. C, would you like to share, or do you have a question? Oh, you're not unmuted. I can't hear you.
Now you able to hear?
Yes, now I can hear
Now able to hear? Yeah. Regarding that circadian rhythm, that is, if you take you have to complete your dinner before 7 o'clock. If you take the dinner after 7, you put up the weight, because we are going against the circadian rhythm. Then that is then experiment that majority of the accidents happen between night 3 to 4. It
3 to 4 p.m. or
rhythm.
3 to
night,
4
midnight.
4, midnight.
3 to 4 midnight, because it is related to the circadian rhythm. It is a scientific proof. That is majority accident at the 3 to 4. It relates to the circadian rhythm. That one. Then there is Amavasya and Paurnami. That is a cycle. Once in a month, once in 15 days, that the sun and moon will changes. That Amavasya and Paurnami. That waves in the ocean, it very high. The tidal waves in the ocean very high. It is also related to the natural cycle. Then the Tai Chi. Tai Chi is an energy movement. Tai Chi exercise is an energy movement. It is related to the this one energy. This one.
Yes, definitely. Completely. I didn't even know that the accidents happen with 3 and 4 in the
Yeah,
morning. That's
it is a
actually interesting.
scientific, it is a scientific data. It is a confirmed data.
Do
It
you
relate. It, I can, the related, the circadian rhythm is a very big subject. All
do you know
majority of,
why between 3 and 4?
yeah, because the sleeping cycle, that is a that change in the sleeping cycle between the 3 to 4.
Yes.
That, yeah, deep cycle.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah. So the brain chemistry
Yeah, brain,
changes, so you
yeah,
can have
brain wave.
accidents. Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
that
Okay.
majority of the lifestyle diseases is due to the circadian rhythm. We are not
Yes.
following the circadian unknowingly. So majority of the,
Annoyingly.
yeah, majority of the lifestyle disease we can
Yep.
avoid by following the circadian rhythm. All, even
Yes.
all majority of the diseases. It is a, everything has scientific. It is not just like that. Everything has a scientific data, and all the experiment is there. Is a this one.
Interesting. I love that. I can agree. Like I remember like in my country, we normally had dinner lunch, which was
Yeah,
like around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you wouldn't eat anything. Yeah.
yeah,
But here in Australia, when I moved here, the restaurants open at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah.
yeah,
So dinner is after 6. And
yeah,
that was completely illogical to me because if you're in bed by 10, then you
yeah,
don't have enough time to actually digest the food. And that food sits in the stomach and in the body and in the liver. And it doesn't, the toxins don't get out. You don't digest properly. So it took me a while to actually adjust things when I actually started having an online business. Then only then I could shift my rhythms back into what I really wanted. But yes, thank you for sharing. I love that. I love the fact for the accidents 3 or 4 in the
yeah.
morning. So no driving at 3 and 4 in the morning.
No, 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 no. We have to be aware, just we have to be aware. This
Yeah.
is more aware at that time. That is the thing.
Of course, definitely, because chemicals changes,
Yeah, yeah.
magnetic fields change. We influence, we are human beings. We're just influenced by energy. Thank you for sharing. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Any other questions? If not, I will leave you today early so we can finish in an hour. I am so happy. We finished in an hour. Finally, after a year and a half. Okay, let me see. Jeffrey, the military referred to 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. as a dead zone. Really? I didn't know that. That's a good question. I need to ask Kate. Best time to do things without being noticed. That's a good one. Now I know when to do a sneaky Santa to a 3 in the morning. Okay, beautiful people. Thank you for coming back with me. Next week, we are moving forward. I have no clue what I'm doing next week, so I will let you know with the promotional post for the training. But in November, because it's only literally 2 weeks till, 2, 3 weeks till the end of October. In November, we have some amazing guests coming, and I'm so excited to actually share things with you. And we're going to look at things. I am trying to figure out how to move some topics that are not so important to actually fit our Mag Healing Meridian module training in by the end of the year, so you can get that as well, because I've been noticing with my clients coming in for the Meridian that actually they don't know how to utilize it properly. So I'm trying to fit that in correctly, because I know it's quite deep training and there's so many things to look at, and I'm like seriously mind blown of what you can do, all of it, combining things in that meridian. So if any questions, as always, pop them into the group. If not, the recording will be available as soon as possible, and you will see the recording in our Facebook group, and I'll pop it, my assistant will pop it into the comments as soon as possible. And I will pop my slides in there so you have all of those things for yourself as well. And otherwise, I will see you next Thursday. Have a great weekend, and thank you for coming and joining me. Enjoy. Good night.